If you guys enjoy the content on my art videos, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Odyssey. You can also find me on TikTok as well. Okay, with that said, let's see what we can learn today. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Artextric, and today we're going to be talking about intro into color theory. Now this is something that you guys voted on Instagram, and I was excited to get into this, but this is going to be a part one of a several series that I'm going to be doing. I don't know, it's going to be probably 4 or 3, but we'll see. Now, there's something that you guys should learn, and there's something called terms. It'll come up on the screen in a second, but there's something about things we need to know, and they're called terms. These terms are going to be used in the art world. You're going to hear them a lot. You may have heard them before. So these terms are going to be known as hue, value, saturation, tints, tones, shades, and also grayscale. And last but not least, color temperature. This is something I really like to use. I use a lot of my coloring, and I'm still practicing it, but I'll eventually master it eventually. But this is something you guys should know, and I've mentioned it in my live streams before. Now, hue is basically just saying the name of a color, like red, blue, green, purple, brown, doesn't matter. It has no other second significance. It's just talking about the idea of color. And value, it just means that it defines how light or dark a given color or hue can be. Values are best understood when visualized as a scale of gradient. This is going to fall into the whole grayscale thing, but we'll jump into that later. But it's just talking about the light and dark given the color can be. That could be any color. It doesn't have to be black and white, but you'll see in time when I do future videos. I have something planned for that, so you'll be ready for that when I have that ready and going. So shade is basically pretty much the darks into any color. So as you can see in this red, it goes from very bright red all the way to like a blackish red to just straight black. That's literally shades. It's just literally just bringing down the shade of a color, putting the darkness in a color. Tints is quite the opposite, but the same method. It's just putting how much white or brightness, well, not brightness, but white into a color, so much so that it just end up being super white to the point that you can't see it no more. So that's pretty much what tints are. This is something that you're going to hear a lot, or somewhere around that line. Now tones is basically somewhere in between. Instead of lights and blacks, we're using actually grays. So as you can see, and this is somewhere in the middle tone of things, so it's going to get to the color, and it's going to get grayer and grayer and grayer and grayer and grayer to the point it's just gray. Not black, but just gray. Now grayscale is same as kind of like value, but it's the range of gray shades from white to black as used in monochrome display or printout. This is a definition I'm just reading off the internet, so I'm not just pulling off my brain. But this is something you guys see, and it's like a monochrome type of thing, and it's great to understand color and value. It's literally what values are, but then again, it's another way of understanding. They also use numbers to actually explain how dark or how light it is depending on who you're talking to. Some people may consider a 10 as super black, or they consider a 10 as super white. So that's why I put the numbers on them, because some people go with number scale depending on their own style of grayscale, and this is sometimes debated on the number scale and how it's used. But any which way, if it's easier for you to understand, then it doesn't really matter, does it? Now, color schemes are basically just methods and strategies on how to use colors, or color groups as they call them, and depending on how you see them as. There is the primary colors, the secondary colors, and then we go to the complementary colors, if I remember right. That's something that is really important. I'm actually not going to go into detail on these particular groups because I'm thinking of doing another video on this. There's also trigradic colors, I can't say it right, or monochrome, which is also known when we used grayscale in some form, and etc. and all that great stuff. But this is a video that I will be doing next week, and I will show you why I'm not doing this video, because I think that will be more beneficial in the next video on what I'm going to do, and explain in a way that may be more easier for you guys to understand how to pick colors. But I like to thank you guys so much for coming and watching my quick crash course on these terms, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Artextric, keep it plus ultra, and look out for the next video, and there's going to be a lot more fun in that one as well. So see you guys. Sorry for such a short video, but this is something I had to do to get you guys at least quick started into this. So thank you for that. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and I'll teach you guys next week on how to pick colors, or strategies on how to pick colors with those very color groups instead. So thank you for that, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.